Howdy y'all, this is Texas Gaming Industries here, and welcome to episode 25, part 4 of my Let's Play of Transport Fever 2. In the previous episode, we started off with our first ever train line to serve, well, the local diamond mine to deliver diamonds to the cutting facility here in Johannesburg. We're slowly building up our revenues, but hopefully we'll be able to earn enough to basically acquire another train. So, in today's episode, we're hoping to get enough money to acquire another train so we can basically get this railway very profitable and allow us to expand our railway down to the coast. So, as you can basically see, all we need to do is get a railway service to connect these towns and transporting freight as well. However, at the same time, we could also get started on operating a tram service here at Pietersburg, but we'll need some money to acquire some trolleys, though. We don't have enough money to acquire a new passenger train, but we do at least have enough for some trolleys to operate on this line. Speaking of which, I haven't yet to basically set up one. Okay, this will be known as Trolley Service A1. And Trolley Service A2. Alright. Let's see. Perfect. You go on to A1. You both go on to A2. We can at least start transporting passengers this way, as these passengers will be happy to get around Pietersburg without walking or using their own vehicles. That should earn some money and allow us to first transport our first loads of passengers. This train is able to carry at least 350 units of diamonds. Hopefully it will be enough for us to acquire at least one passenger train, as we could operate one passenger service between Pretoria to Nostrum, located here. Though it might be in the way of the diamond train, but we can also start off handling loads of coal to the steel mill. Iron ore's already been taken care of by a competing company, but hopefully we can also earn money from that to basically fund the latest endeavors, so to speak. Alright. There are passengers waiting at the various bus stops, and not yet on that one. Not yet on that one either. There we go! Our first load of passengers. Now we're fully developing our own transport company. Not just transporting freight, but now passengers as well. Our train is almost fully loaded with diamonds. Once those diamonds are delivered, we can also set up another train and also set up a bus service to connect the bus stations together. As if we're going to run passenger trains to these towns, we'll need a bus service to bring people in from the town to the station and back. Well, hopefully this train will be able to bring out a lot of money, as this train was able to carry about 6.10 million pounds. But hopefully we'll be able to basically get some more money eventually from this service. The double-headed train is able to make a good speed. Let's see how fast this train will go on this grade again, because I've forgotten. Because if it goes below 15, then I'll have to get another engine or reduce the amount of wagons the train is pulling. Alright, 17 miles an hour, that's the maximum we can do for that train. But however, at least we'll be transporting enough diamonds here to be processed, as this transport is 0, but once we get down to Richards Bay, we'll be able to export the diamonds as well as the gold. But we'll also need to wait for the ability to produce jewelry next in order for us to satisfy some other demands. 6.10 million. Let's hope this is enough to basically acquire a new train. Yes, it is. Perfect. Now then, let's see. We'll get one of these A1440s. We'll get a couple of these passenger wagons, 1 brake coach, 2 thirds, and this third-class carriage. And then we'll put it to work on the first passenger train. And now, we gotta get started on setting up a new bus route. We'll go from the station to here, back to the station, into here. Bus Service A will be the name, and we'll need to set up another one here, as this is the destination of the first of passenger trains. So this will be Bus Service B. We'll get 4 of these, put it on A, and we'll get about 2 for this. Now, we'll need to get another train to service to one of the mines. Okay. Let's get another 060 and get some wagons to carry coal. Now, since the grade down to the town is relatively flat, we probably won't need a whole bunch of engines. But in order for us to carry at least 350 units, plus a brake van, we will need to earn at least 22.2 million, so we'll have to cut down our debt as much as possible. But at least, however, we can finally start our first ever passengers train on the map. As, basically, I want to earn money from transporting passengers and freight around this region first to build up income for the extension down to the coast. But now, with passengers being able to travel to the station, people are now wanting to travel down towards Nostrum than just traveling down by the local roads. Which means we'll finally have a good source of money to earn from this venture. Also, at the same time, with our bus services here, passengers will simply ride the buses down to the station, get off, head to the station and buy their tickets, and then cross over the tracks to platform either 3 or 4. Which one was it? Platform 4 for the local passenger train towards Pietersburg. Not Pietersburg, Victoria. And there you go. Onto the platform, and then over the crosswalk and onto platform 4. I have to give it to the people who have made this model of a Great Western Railway station. It is really well done. Alright, passengers are waiting at the platform, and our first passenger train is coming down with a load of 12 passengers. This should be very, very profitable. All the while, our diamond train is still waiting to fill up with more diamonds to take to the cutting facility. But with these 2 passenger services in check, we should start making money, as we actually earn at least 106,000 pounds. Actually don't know what the currency was for the Transvaal Republic. I think it may have been the Dutch currency. I really don't know. But I'm probably going to do some more research, or maybe just change the currency from pounds to the currency that the Dutch used at this time period. But we'll wait and see. Anyways, there is 28 passengers waiting at this platform, which is great, but we still gotta deliver coal. But with our loan down to 17 million, a decrease by 3 million, all we just have to do is just make sure that everybody has the ability to earn enough cash to basically pay off everything. And our train, for its next run, made over exactly 100,000 pounds. And picked up a load of 37. So our passenger numbers are starting to grow. Alright, let's see. What's the next train I could use that will earn a little bit of extra money? Well, we can get up to at least 3.5 million, but we'll be very limited on what we can buy. We could at least buy one engine and I think only one piece of rolling stock. Yep, we cannot buy more than one. So if we get this engine, it's only going to make about 14 units. However, I do want to get started on delivering cattle. So let's just get the 060T tank. Doesn't have a lot of, it has a lot, doesn't have, actually it has a lot more power than the C class, so it could easily handle its climb up the grade. So we're just going to get one cattle wagon to carry 16 units, and then just add a freight van. It's just going to be our freight train to carry livestock for now. Once we earn more money from our passenger and freight operations, we'll be able to expand this train a little more. Besides, the cattle ranch is now ready to start producing cattle to be taken to market. Let's see, how much money will this train make? Ooh, 428,000. That's actually pretty good. Not enough to basically take out a chunk of our loan, but at least some extra money nonetheless. So, Train 1 is our breadwinner, as it will basically make about 6.10 million pounds on each delivery to the cutting facility in Johannesburg. There's 35 people waiting at Pretoria Terminal, and how many passengers did this passenger train collect? 30. That's pretty good. Train D is still making its way up the grade. I don't think that I could add an extra wagon to this train, can I? No, I need about... I can get the smaller variant. That will bring an increase of 210. But it is quite small. It only carries 12 units. I'll probably might expand to the larger ones once we get much bigger engines or much bigger. We'll probably just change it up when the demand is so high that we need to transport more cattle. Alright, another 6.10 into the bank. Let's basically increase the amount of what this train can carry by a little bit. Let's actually get back to the original cattle wagons. Alright, 112 units. This shouldn't be too heavy for the tank engine to carry. And it's a good thing I used that tank engine on this route, because look at these grades. This is super steep. And at least this tank engine is slow enough to travel along this branch line with its 50-mile-an-hour track limit. Now, one of the coolest things of this mod that you probably did not see in the when we did the French map is the fact there is cattle animations inside the wagons. So basically, we're seeing cattle being herded on board of the wagons instead of seeing like food animal containers being loaded on board. 398,000. Let's see if we can add a tiny bit more. Okay, 128 is the maximum I can get right now. We'll have to work up slowly. But, however, the cattle ranch is actually wanting more deliveries of cattle to be taken to the butchering shop, so it is starting to load up pretty well, albeit slowly. We'll soon have to get a train to carry meat down to Pretoria to satisfy the demands in town, as the residential districts need meat. There is no need for industrial goods, but the commercial businesses need jewelry. We'll probably need to build another freight station to service that particular commodity. Alright, let's see. Let's turn this train around and see how much money we'll make from this cattle delivery. Because if this train is going to basically keep our company afloat, we will still need to deliver as much commodities as possible. Let's see. Again, if the train goes below 15 miles an hour, any freight train climbing a grade like this, if it goes below 15, then I'll have to lighten the load or get a much stronger engine to handle the service. Alright, back onto the main line. It will go straight at this junction and head towards the meatpacking facility here. I just realized I had to put a signal here just in case if there's a train departing with a load of meat. Let's see. 1.33 million. 1.33 million pounds. That's actually a pretty good amount of money. Let's actually see if we can add a few more wagons. Ooh, 1.83, not enough. Well, hopefully our diamond train will deliver more soon. It's still our breadwinner, but we're still making some money on our passenger operations. Speaking of which, oh, our company HQ has expanded to level 2 with our full company name, which I changed to the National Transportation Company of Transvaal, as this company is basically under the jurisdiction of the Transvaal government. Alright, we'll head back down to the cattle ranch to pick up another load. Let's see, could I maybe take out a little more money? I still need enough money to acquire another set of wagons for this. We can at least add some of these wagons. It'll increase it by a little, but they're quite small. You know what? Our demand for these deliveries is not that high, so let's actually increase the length of it as much as we can. Okay, 144 compared to 152. Not great, but however, at least it will make this train able to climb the grade a little more. Besides, I believe these little cattle wagons can carry at least 2 units of livestock. Yep. So it's not really a big full train that we're using. It's just a small one for now. Let's see. How much did this train make on its last run? 1.14 million. That's pretty good. Our train of diamonds has just left the mines, and it's now climbing the grade. But eventually, we will have to basically earn a little more money to expand and operate more services. I think another passenger service from Lystrom all the way to Petersburg will probably be a best fit, as once we deliver passengers up here, they can easily transfer to the trolley system to get around town. So we'll have to copy this passenger train for passenger train D. And there is a lot of passengers waiting here at the station for the bus service. 221,000, that's pretty good. Diamond train has crested the grade and heading toward the cutting facility. Our cattle train is nearly fully loaded, but let's see how much money we'll be able to earn from this run. Hopefully, we'll be able to earn enough money to basically add more wagons and increase the train's length. However, I'm trying to make sure that the train's grade is not too severe for this locomotive. If that's the case, then I'll have to get another engine to basically double head with this one. Anyway, with its delivery of diamonds in place, let's basically get back to our load of 6.30 and see how much money we'll need for the next passenger to clone this. We need... Oh! I'm $2,000 short! Oh, man. Well, at least this cow train could basically pick up the pieces. It just has to deliver it to its destination. Besides, it's a lot faster to deliver the loads to cattle to this butchery rather than just using the wagon convoy. I mean, the wagon convoys were making money, but they were not making as much money as I needed. Because trains are still very much important in this time period because they can carry the same amount of carry a lot more cargo. Speaking of which, how much money did this train earn? 1.65. That's pretty good. I think we might be able to... Yep! Now we have enough money to purchase another passenger train. Which, we'll be cloning this and placing it on train D. Perfect. Now, passengers can choose whatever passenger train they need to their specific destinations. With Platform 3 being reserved for those passengers heading to Acheatments, and Platform 4 for those heading to the capital of Transvaal. But now, we still need to earn enough money for the delivery of other commodities. Hopefully, we'll be able to also earn enough money from the cattle deliveries to basically increase our revenue. Okay, let's see if we can basically increase the capacity of this by a tiny bit. Alright, 168. That's the limit I can go for right now. But, however, the cattle farm is about to reach level 2, and it will be able to produce a lot more livestock. So now, with a diamond mine at level 2, and this cattle ranch now nearing level 2, it's safe to say that these businesses are now going to be fully dependent on this railway of serving their needs. And, furthermore, the station in Pietersburg Halt is now at 7, and now 8. Meaning there's passengers interested in riding the train down. So, in hindsight, this passenger service will basically be very profitable too. Yep, now the farm is at level 2, and the farm is cranking out cattle like crazy. It's with a full load of cattle and soon to be full load of diamonds, and with 2 passenger trains operating, I believe we've reached a good ending point for today's episode. So, if you enjoyed this episode of my Let's Play Transport Fever 2, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to Texas Gaming Industries for new video uploads every Friday or Saturday, depending on my outside schedule. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye!